The salty spray stung Alara's eyes as she clung to the mast, the storm whipping her red hair into a frenzy. Beside her, Kai, his face grim but determined, steadied the helm. They were teenagers, barely past the cusp of childhood, yet already their lives had been tossed by a tempest far harsher than the one raging around them. Just a year ago, Alara and Kai had been inseparable companions in the idyllic seaside village of Leora. Their days were filled with laughter, exploring hidden coves and building rickety sandcastles. But Leora's peace was shattered when pirates raided their village, taking most of the adults, including Alara's parents and Kai's older brother. Alara and Kai had escaped by a hair's breadth, hiding in a secluded cave known only to them. Grief and rage gnawed at Alara. She craved revenge, a burning desire to make the pirates pay. Kai, ever the calming force, wanted nothing more than to find the missing villagers, his hope flickering despite the odds. One starry night, Alara announced her plan, to steal a fishing boat and sail to the dreaded Skull Island, the pirates' lair. Kai, despite his reservations, knew he couldn't let her go alone. Thus began their perilous journey. Days bled into nights, and the storm intensified, mirroring the turmoil within Alara. Kai, ever patient, taught her the ropes, literally, sharing his knowledge of navigation gleaned from his brother's fishing trips. As they battled the storm and their anxieties, a new layer of strength formed between them, their friendship forged in fire and fear. Finally, the storm subsided, revealing a menacing sight, Skull Island, shrouded in mist and legend. They approached with trepidation, hearts pounding like drums against the silence. Disguised in ragged clothes scavenged from the boat, they ventured into the lawless port. Here, whispers spoke of a notorious pirate captain, known only as the Crow. Alara, fueled by vengeance, impulsively entered a tavern, a den of iniquity. Inside, a motley crew of pirates reveled, their laughter echoing off the grimy walls. Alara, fueled by rage, confronted them, demanding information about the Crow. Her outburst drew attention, and a hulking pirate, his face scarred like a map, approached. Before he could react, Kai intervened, grabbing Alara and pulling her out into the night. They hid in a crumbling warehouse, fear chilling them. Kai, ever the strategist, pointed out the foolhardiness of Alara's approach. They needed a plan, not a reckless charge. Together they devised a strategy: infiltrate the Crow's ship and find clues about their loved ones. Their plan was audacious, yet desperate. Using their small stature to their advantage, they snuck aboard the Reaper, the Crow's fearsome ship. The stench of rum and fear hung heavy in the air. They navigated the vessel like ghosts, dodging drunken pirates and staying hidden in the shadows. Finally, they stumbled upon the captain's quarters, a room adorned with ill-gotten treasures. Alara's heart hammered as she spotted a map with the markings of Leora circled in red. It was indisputable proof. The Crow was behind the raid. But before they could investigate further, the door creaked open. The Crow stood before them, eyes narrowed like a predator. A tense standoff ensued. The Crow, intrigued by their audacity, offered them a deal, their lives in exchange for silence. Alara, on the edge of a breakdown, lunged at him, fury clouding her judgment. Kai intervened, reasoning with the captain, explaining their desperation. Something softened in the Crow's eyes. Perhaps he saw a reflection of his own lost youth. He offered another deal, a chance to find their loved ones within his crew in exchange for their silence about his location. Hope flickered in Alara's chest, pushing past the layers of anger. They spent weeks searching the pirate ranks, finally finding a wizened old sailor who whispered a startling truth. Most of the Leoran villagers were being held captive on a neighboring island, forced to work in harsh mines. With newfound purpose, they convinced the Crow to help them. His motives remained unclear, but Alara and Kai didn't question his sudden aid. They sailed for the island, their hearts heavy with anticipation. The sight that greeted them was grim. Leoran villagers, faces etched with despair, toiled under the relentless sun. Leading a surprise attack, the Crow and his pirates created chaos. Alara and Kai seized the opportunity, rallying their village folk. The battle was fierce, but fueled by a yearning for freedom. The Leorans fought with renewed vigor. Finally, they overcame their captors and secured their escape. As they sailed back to a tearful reunion in Leora, Alara and Kai shared,